Hello friends, welcome on Beginners Point channel. This current affairs from 9 June to 13 June. PM Modi to depart for Italy on June 13 to attend G7 summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will depart for Italy on Thursday to participate in the 50th G7 summit, marking his first international trip since beginning his third term. Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra announced on Wednesday. PM Modi has been invited by Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni to participate in the G7 outreach summit being held in the southern region of Apulia on June 14. Mohan Charan Mahaji Soron in as first BJP Chief Minister of Odisha. Mohan Charan Maji took the oath as Chief Minister of Odisha's first Bharatiya Janata Party government on Wednesday in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The oath-taking ceremony was held at Janta Maidan in Bhubaneswar along with Maji, two Deputy Chief Ministers Kanak Vardhan Singh Dio and Parvati Pareda were also sworn in. Fed expected to hold rates steady, project fewer cuts in 2024. The Federal Reserve is expected to leave interest rate unchanged on Wednesday with new economic projections for the US central bank's policymakers likely to show fewer rate cuts this year and a delayed start to monetary policy easing. Fed officials will receive a new round of inflation data that could shape their outlook just hours before they conclude their latest 2 days meeting and release a fresh policy statement and updated quarterly projections. Jan Sena Chief Pawan Kalyan takes oath as minister in Andhra Pradesh government. Jan Sena Party Chief Kalyan on Wednesday took oath as minister in Andhra Pradesh government. TDP Chief N. Chandrababu Naidu took oath as Chief Minister of the state. The ceremony was attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Minister Amit Shah and JP Nadda, who is also BJP chief. Chandrababu Naidu sworn in as Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister. World Bank raises GDP projection, says India to keep its fastest growing economic tag. The World Bank has upwardly revised India's GDP growth forecast for the current financial year 2024-25 by 20 basis points to 6.6% from its earlier projection of 6.4% made in January. The World Bank said that India will continue to be the fastest growing among the world's largest economies, though its pace of expansion is expected to moderate. US President Joe Biden's son Hunter convicted to lying about drug uses used to buy gun. President Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden was convicted by jury on Tuesday of lying about his illegal drug use to buy a gun, making him the first child of a sitting US president to be convicted of a crime. A 12-member jury in Wilmington, Delaware, the Biden's hometown, found the defendant guilty on all three counts against him. China hit by searing temperatures, India in middle of a prolonged heat wave. Temperatures are hitting record highs in part of north and central China this week, while a severe drought in the east is also threatening crops as countries across Asia brace themselves for another summer of extreme weather. China is facing several days of scorching heat, with temperatures set to reach as high as 42 degrees Celsius, 107.6 degree Fahrenheit in northern Habibi province. On Wednesday, the state weather forecaster said T20 World Cup Indian consulate in New York host reception to welcome Team India. The Indian consulate in New York hosted a reception to welcome Team India on Tuesday. It is the first time that the Indian national team is playing cricket in New York, with the World Cup being held for the first time in the US. During the event, the head coach of the Indian cricket team. Rahul Dravid as well as the team members interact with the Indian diaspora leaders there. Riazi terror attack. JK police releases sketch of terrorist announced 20 lakh reward for information. This is sketch. Jammu and Kashmir police has released a sketch of one of the terrorists involved in the attack on a bus in Riazi and announced a reward of 20 lakh for any truthful information about him. At least 10 people were killed and 42 others were injured on 9 June when the terrorists attacked the bus carrying pilgrims, which plunged into a gorge following the attack. Bangladesh Yoga program held at Chittagong ahead of IYD 2024. A certain riser yoga event was organized in Chittagong, Bangladesh on Tuesday ahead of International Yoga Day 2024. The Assistant High Commission of India in Chittagong organized the event in collaboration with the Enayat Bazar Mohilla College and Quantum Foundation under the theme Yoga for Women Empowerment. More than 150 students, most of them girls, ardently participated in yoga sessions. Another pre-International Yoga Day 2024 event was organized at Notre Dame College in Dhaka. The Indira Gandhi Cultural Center IGCC of the High Commission of India in Dhaka organized the event in collaboration with the Notre Dame College. A large number of students and teachers participated in the protocol yoga session. What are tactical nuclear weapons and why is Russia holding drills? Russia and its ally Belarus are carrying out exercises to practice the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons. India Rifle pistol team for Paris Olympic announced. The National Rifle Association of NRAI announced a 15-member Indian rifle and pistol team for the Paris 2024 Olympics after a virtual meeting of the senior selection committee. Women's pistol ace Manu Bhaker, a two-time Olympian, will compete in both the women's 100 air pistol and the women's 25-meter pistol events. Modi 3.0 will take its effort for India's security to next level, Shah says this. After assuming charge as Union Minister and Minister of Corporation on Tuesday, senior BJP leader Amit Shah said that the Modi government will bolster India's security to serve as a bulwark against terrorism and Naxalism. Shah took charge as Home Minister for the second consecutive term, having held the portfolio since 2019. Karnataka popular actor Darshan Thugudipa detained in murder case. Kannada actor Darshan Thugudipa was taken into custody in connection with the murder case. On Tuesday, the actor was picked up from a hotel in Mysore and was shifted to Bangalore by the judicial police. The victim has been identified as Renuka Masami, 33, a native in Chittudurga, whose body was found dead at Sumuhali Bridge in Bangalore. He worked at an Apollo pharmacy branch and had illegally sent derogatory message to Darshana's wife. PM Modi receives congratulatory call from Emir of Qatar. Both leaders reaffirm commitment to further strengthen ties. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Emir of Qatar Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani held a telephonic conversation on Tuesday, during which they reaffirmed their commitment to further strengthening ties between the two countries. According to a statement released by the Prime Minister's office, PM Modi thanked the Qatari Amir for his warm wishes and positive sentiments towards the people of India. The two leaders also recalled PM Modi's visit to Qatar in February, with the Indian leader extending an invitation to Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani to visit India an early date. Yoga for Old Age AIIA organized awareness program ahead of International Yoga Day. Ahead of International Yoga Day, an awareness lecture titled Yoga for Old Age were organized at the All India Institute of Ayurveda AIIA in Delhi on Monday. Celebrated annually on June 21, International Yoga Day honors the ancient Indian practice of yoga, a mind-body discipline that combines physical postures, breathing exercise, and meditation to enhance overall health and well-being. UN Security Council backs Israel-Hamas ceasefire plan. The United Nations Security Council on Monday backed a proposal outlined by President Joe Biden for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip and urged the Palestinian militants to accept the deal amid at ending the 8-month-long war. Hamas welcomed the adoption of the US draft resolution and said in a statement that it is ready to cooperate with mediator over implementing the principles of plan that are consistent with the demands of our people and residents. BRICS calls for enhanced use of local currencies in trade between member countries. The BRICS ministers of foreign affairs met in Russia's Nizhny Novgorod on Monday and held a plethora of discussions, including an important one on the enhanced use of local currencies in trade and financial transactions between the BRICS countries. At the meeting, the ministers recognized the need for comprehensive reform of the global financial architecture. US military confirms Houthi missile strikes on 2 ships in Gulf of Aden. Yemen's Houthi damaged 2 commercial vessels in missile attacks in Gulf of Aden in the last 24 hours as part of the militia group's ongoing campaign against international ocean shipping, US Central Command said on Sunday. The Iran-backed Houthis hit the Tivishi, Alebrian flagged and Swiss-owned container ship with an anti-ship ballistic missile. CENTCOM said the vessel was damaged but no crew were injured, according to CENTCOM. Bangladesh need to import hydroelectricity from Bhutan through India, Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Sunday reiterated her country's eagerness to import hydroelectricity from Bhutan through India when Bhutanese Prime Minister Dasho Tshering Tobge met her in New Delhi. The Prime Minister of Bangladesh and her Bhutanese counterpart were in New Delhi to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister of India for third consecutive term. Current affairs and thank you so much.